When should you raise prices? My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. And in this video, I'm going to briefly talk about why you should raise prices on Amazon to avoid stockouts and maximize your gains. So this is an email I received today. Based on your sales in the past 30 days, your current inventory levels, some of your subscribe and save products are going to go out of stock soon. This is one of many ways you can receive alerts about stock issues on the Amazon platform. Here's my item in question. It's an item that I've been selling for just over a year now. We've got about 800 reviews. It's doing quite well. It's our Age of Sage masculine soap kit here. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking at the current stock levels. Okay, I've got 38 there, a little bit in reserves. Those could be sales or late check-in, stuff like that. But I'm not seeing anything inbound. So I'm going to immediately go over to my warehouse team and say, hey, what's going on with this? Why haven't we been stocking this? And find out further information. Another thing that you can do is you can look at these replenishment alerts. You'll see here I've got a red bell on this item. And you'll also notice I have a backup methodology for FBM and FBA. So when I'm selling an item that's about to stock out, or it's a guaranteed stock out, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the price a minimum of $1. It could go even further depending on the scale and the pricing of the item. Every item's a little bit different. And then I'm going to just kind of keep my eye on it. And if velocities are not slowing down enough where I'm still going to stock out, I'm going to go ahead and raise it again. So you don't want to do too harsh of a raise too quickly. You want to do it slowly and make sure it makes sense. And multiple raises are very appropriate. One of the tools I like to use to kind of track things is called Helium 10. There's going to be a promo code for 20% off at the top of the description. And in here, you can track some of the pricing and the BSR over time. Right? So if we go to a 1-year outlook, we can see we made multiple pricing changes during the Christmas timeframe, and it did slow down sales. You can see the BSR start to kind of crank up right before Christmas there in that bar. A little off screen here, so let me move my camera. So right there, you can see all the price changes in the green. And then we really, reverted the price back down. We got back in stock in January and into February. And then we ended up launching a new product version. So I'll show you the new soap version of this. And it's the same exact soap, just in different packaging. So as we scroll down and we look for some of the new soap here, let's see, where do we put this? There we are. So here's some of the new soap packaging, and you can compare same sort of item and whatnot to these other scents and flavors. And so basically, it takes more work to make the packaging look like this than it does the new version. And so our grand scheme plan is to have the new packaging be a lower price, and then to have the older packaging a higher price, look like artisan soap, if you will, with all the packaging and whatnot. So that's the pricing structure and the plan. And so sometimes you have to raise your prices to avoid a stock out, right? But sometimes you have to raise your prices because costs of doing business is going up. Or maybe you're trying to position the product as a more premium luxury product. Or in my case, which is kind of, my case is a little bit unique. We launched a brand new version of it with just different packaging and to get some cost savings as well due to the package changes. So there's a lot of reasons why you would want to lower or raise your prices. Going back over to Restock situations, I want to also show you how to set up an automatic restock report. This is an underutilized tool directly inside of Amazon's portal. It's free. I highly recommend it. There are so many different tools you have to use outside of Amazon, and this is one of those tools where it's just awesome inside of the portal. So to do this from the inventory page, you just saw me click on Set Replenishment Alerts. And in here, we're doing about 79 units a week. So we actually have less than a week's supply left, which is super disappointing. And when weeks of coverage reaches 6 down to here, this is going to do two things. One, it'll send me an email telling me, hey, I need to start shipping this stuff in. And then the second thing it does is it shows that red alert bar. So we'll go back to this page. You can see it on this item right here. And then it gives you a visual on what you need to focus on. So there's a lot of good filtering that you can do inside of Amazon. Like, click on the Amazon button there, go to maybe active, and then sort this and you can see like, okay, what's in stock, where are our stock counts at. You could sort it the other way and see, oh my gosh, look at all these zeros. What's going on here? And you can focus on it that way as well. There's also an out of stock report you can look at as well. Here we have the Restock inventory report. They did make a lot of changes recently on how restocks are done, and if you hit your limits, there's a lot of disclaimers here. Check out this video next where I walk in how auction-based bidding is going to work with logistics. It's kind of crazy. So in here you can see like, okay, here are all the SKUs it's recommending I stock in and what's out of stock and how many to send in, and it gives us a lot of these reports. And so if you set up the Restock reports and you look at this once a week on the Restock of inventory report, you're going to avoid all these stockouts. So those are the number one reasons why I recommend increasing prices. Finally, the other reason to think about doing this is just a pure profit play. So this is especially true Thanksgiving weekend. So when Black Friday happens, conversion and traffic on Amazon spikes almost 2x. It's pretty insane. And so if you don't raise your prices on Black Friday, you are giving away part of your margin. And so I've done this for lots of brands and clients over the past few years. I've had a really good experience by just simply raising prices that weekend. A lot of people are like, oh, you got to have a Black Friday deal and discounts and promotions. And I'm pretty critical of those strategies. I don't think couponing is the number one Amazon strategy right now. I think margin in this day and age is far more important. And so you may need to raise your prices when you're hitting seasonality spikes. And this could happen if you're selling a Mother's Day item going into Mother's Day. This could happen if you're selling a giftable item going into Christmas. So the key date to raise your price during Q4 is Black Friday. And if you raise your price on that day, you're going to see sales still come in, you're going to get more margin, you're going to be a happier person. And that's what it's all about when selling on Amazon, because you don't want to just have a job where you're working for Amazon and going through the motions and then occasionally you make a couple dollars. You want this to be quote unquote passive income, which we know is not possible, but it is kind of possible if you do the right things and raise your prices. So let me know what you think. Leave me a comment with your own thoughts and check out these videos next. They'll help you out. We'll see you later.